Breaking news: Nollywood actress Peggy Ovy just shook the internet, or should I say, broke the internet. Table legs don't break. Moku dive right into this gist. You know that Frederick Leonard's wife and Frederick, they've been trending for some time. People have been hinting that there is issues in their marriage. Consign us on the way they put for social media. We go talk sharp. Let's dive right into this conversation. So yesterday, late night, last night, Peggy Ovy posted this. She's an Hollywood actress for the benefit of those that watches me that are not Africans. Now, so she posted this to her social media. She said, "What will you do if you find out that the man you are dating is sleeping with a married woman with kids? You asked him about it, but he totally denies it, saying they are just friends and you completely believed him. You eventually got married to him. Your husband always hypes the married woman in public, but privately, your husband tells you how local this his friend is just to manipulate you so you will not suspect a thing." She continued, "But one day, as God will have it, you got evidence and found out your husband and the said lady were never just friends. He has been sleeping with the married woman. They constantly meet up either in his apartment when he goes to work or in a hotel. She also leaves her husband's house to go meet him in his apartment and in hotels. Yet this same man judges and castigates single girls who sleeps with married men. Not long after getting married, you notice that he is now comparing you to his married side chick. You find you find out that they even visit that he even visits her at home unknowing to her husband. On some occasion, he visits while her husband is around because the married side chick's husband also believes your husband is just friends with his wife. Wahala no dey finish for this life oh. Hey, the gist continues, and this gist is hot. Okay, I am not even kidding you. Okay, so to continue, it said, this married side chick even attended your wedding and you had no problems with it because you thought they were just friends. But now you have evidence of both of them meeting up in hotels, doing stuffs, and your so-called husband telling her how much he misses her while he is still married to you. Would you remain married to such a man?" This is what she posted. Now, she didn't mention name. She just posted it and she's asking a question, seeking for, the public opinion. People should just come in. Immediately, people turned it into her story. She didn't say it, okay? She was not the one that said, "This is my story." She just said, "Look, look, look." And people should come out and just give their opinion. I remember when I saw it last night, I even dropped, and I dropped a comment, and my comment was, the decision is for the woman to make. And that's the end, because a lot of people will throw advices when they are not the ones wearing the shoes. But I feel like you taking your quiet moment, take your time, go through everything, and then make your decision. Okay, because the deception is just on a different level. Before this person married, the person was asking questions. There was no need. If you're already missing your married friend, you would have just. But anyways, this is the world we live now, where this is the norm, where 99.99999% of men and women are married, but they still have extramarital affairs. I don't understand, like, but that's the world we live in right now. Okay, so following up this morning, what I saw is that Frederick Leonard has posted, he said to Mr. Stanley on top, aka, he said, "See you in court." So I think people are reposting, talking about it, but maybe this Nollywood actor called Stanley on top had said something that he didn't like. So here you can see, "Dear Sir, petition against Mr. Stanley Chibueze Ajemba, better known as Stanley on top, for continuous defamatory and libelous statement made against Mr. Frederick Nemeka Leonard. We are solicitors and legal representative of Mr. Frederick Nemeka Leonard, hereafter referred to as our client. And on whose express instruction we write this petition. Our client is a very popular actor slash producer and a household name in the Nigerian movie industry, popularly known as Nollywood. Mr. Stanley Chukwueze Ojemba, who is a self-styled actor, right activist, has persisted in defamation of our client's reputation unprovoked for over 2 years. It is our brief that the said Mr. Stanley Chibueze Ajemba has made several unfounded allegations that seriously undermine our client's integrity. So this continues, okay? So Leonard posted this to his Instagram, okay? At least that's where I saw it. And he said, see you in no, he said you have been served, see you in court, okay? And he's not stopping there, because if you look at, he posted the letter and then he captioned it. He said, Mr. in capital letters, he said, Mr. Stanley Chibueze Ajemba, aka Stanley on top. Stanley on top news, you have been served. The law will take its full course to the full extent. You first, others will follow. If you claim or allege, you must prove with evidence. I'm coming for you. That's what he said. Now, looking at the social media before, I decided to do this so I'll know what's going on and where we're going to sum this all up. First thing I didn't expect is that Leonard will be posting a letter to sue somebody, because what Peggy posted, Peggy didn't mention anybody's, Peggy is his wife. Peggy didn't mention anybody's name, but I believe the man that he has sued first, the man he sued first had said something. So now, if you look at Stanley on Top's news, the one that they just served the letter to, he responded in his story, and this is what he said. Let me see. I want to read it, but there is a music. I don't know why people post things like this with music. It is weird. But anyway, he said, film rod. He said, film rod to Mumu. See y'all in court. Ogun won't kill you. Now he said your private part, you suppose petition, not Stanley on top. Ezeofia. He said, I am waiting for the police invitation on top, invitation on top, no small. That's what he's saying. So this person is saying, I'm not afraid of you. You should have sued your private part. So in other words, this person is still alleging that it seemed like this man called Frederick Leonard, allegedly, you beg Fred, not me talk, I'm now waiting, I see, they read. I don't get time for Nawala. But anyways, this Stanley on top is alleging that Frederick should focus. I think he's the first person among all the bloggers or everybody carrying this news, because I've seen a lot of people carrying the news. Okay. So I will let you all know what's up. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think Peggy Ovy was referring to her husband, Frederick Leonard? And do you think Stanley on top knows something that Stanley on top is not saying? And if the story is true, you know that most definitely it is going to affect that married woman also. If it is true, right now everything is being alleged, okay? But the in fact, and the level at which people are going, the disrespect that people are disrespecting this union they call marriage. Do you understand? Like bringing your boyfriend to your husband's house, husband bringing their girlfriends to their matrimonial homes and sleeping with them in their matrimonial beds and doing all manner of BS. How do you take an oath and you take your vow and you cannot even respect? Yeah, I don't get it. Why? This is the question I want to ask. But anyway, it seems like Stanley on top is doing this with his full chest. And at this point, the only thing I can actually tell you is that we will follow the story, because he is not even backing down. If it's some people saying that they've been served, maybe they will come out with apology letters, they will debunk, but maybe he also has an evidence. He has something that nobody else has. He knows about something that nobody else has, because he clearly says, I will be waiting for the police invitation. So it simply means that if the police invites him to come to their station and they're going to court and everything, he will probably show up with the evidence. So Omo, if you're talking and you know you have evidence, that's the time you can talk with your full chest. But if you know you don't have evidence, then you know that when you're talking, you are going to most definitely say that it's been alleged, the situation is being alleged. But if you're not going to say it's being alleged and you don't have evidence, then trust me, they will have the right to pick you up, lock you up, arrest you, take you to court, and you will be paying hefty amount of funds to this person for defamation. So let us see what's going to happen between Frederick Leonard and his colleague Stanley on top. Now, let me know in the comment section what you do think is going to happen. I feel like this February is just packed back to back. Another story is also coming up, the story of a Kenel still from Nollywood, okay? The back and forth between Nollywood actors and actresses, and it's just so much, okay? It's almost like they don't like themselves at all, because I'm seeing the King Famous and Ekene Umenwa. I've not even really dive right into that. I've listened half of that. I just wanted to add that here because that might be the next video we will be listening to and talking about it. That's also friendship going south, or what do we call that? Now, let me know what you think in the comment section. Remember, also, let me take you back a little bit. When it was alleged that their marriage has hit rock bottom, that's Frederick and Peggy Ovy, both of them didn't say anything. He had taken a trip somewhere where they said he was with other people, his friends, some of them were female and things like that. And people were asking, you just got married. Why are you traveling with your other friends and your wife is not there? She was in Nigeria working and doing her thing. Some persons came out and defended, said as actors, if you do movies, you will go promote and things like that. And sometimes you cannot be in the same place because your schedules are not the same. Some people have to be in location filming, like working. So it's possible that one person is working in Asaba, the other person is working in what is it called, Lagos, or any other place where they will be shooting their movie. So that's the reason why Frederick Leonard is always here and Peggy Ovy is always on the other side. But after a while, people were like, this is not normal anymore. The way they started this whole thing, all lovey-dovey, always together and everything, and all of a sudden you don't see them together, that it means that the marriage has actually hit rock bottom. But seriously, whoever is saying anything, I would just say you should say allegedly, because both of them have not, released an official statement yet to confirm that the marriage has hit rock bottom, or they're heading towards divorce, or they've already divorced and they've gone their separate ways. So whoever is alleging has to prove that's the truth. Now, our eyes will be on Stanley on top and Frederick Leonard. We will see them in court.